Yeah, here we go. All right. All right. So I'll be showing you some information that's so relevant to the times that we are in now. Um, since the 29th of life has not been the same for a lot of us in Nigeria. Life has not been the same for a lot of us in Nigeria. Um, many people are having to park their cars. All kinds of things are happening. Businesses are experiencing more overheads, right? It's a pretty. I mean, Nigeria has always been a tough place to live in, right? Nigeria has been a tough place to live in. Yet, this kind of thing happens, making things even tougher. You know, um, but with every crisis, with every challenge, with every usually brings opportunity with it. Okay. And so we were able to identify a solution, and we just got excited about the prospects and what this would do for homes, for families, for businesses. And ever since the 3rd of June, we've just made it our business to share this with as many people as we can. Now, I'm going to start with what we call the wealth creation formula, because there are two people that we usually are addressing. There's people who want to reduce what they're currently spending on fuel. And why would anybody want to do that? It just makes common sense that as much money that you can save, okay, and use for other purposes, it just means that life will be better. One of my dad's friends came yesterday to buy he said he was going to be traveling today, and he came to buy 2 sachets, and he said uh, instead of using 100 liters, our product is helping him use 60 liters, whenever he travels. So that's diesel. He drives a diesel truck. Okay, so imagine saving 40 liters. Imagine saving 40 liters. That money can be used to do something else. So the wealth creation formula, this is for those of you who are here for business. Those of you who are here because you want to save money, you would also get value. So just follow along. But I came across this a while ago. If you want to create wealth, apply this formula: value, volume, frequency. The first V stands for value, which is find a problem to solve. The beginning of all wealth creation must start with finding a problem to solve. Whenever you solve a problem, value is created, and money and adding value. Mahatma Gandhi, is famously known for saying one of the abominations in the US is wealth without work. So that's the starting point: finding a problem to solve, a real problem to solve. The next component of this formula is volume. And so if you're able to solve the problem for one person, find a way that you can then, help 10, 1,000, a million, 10 million, people solve, have access to your solution. So it's then important, if the problem you solve has a wide reach, has a wide market, has a wide demographic that are affected by the problem. Okay, and then the last component, powerful. So if you have a solution people need on an ongoing basis, then you're going to make money. So just think about how many people use salt, how many people buy sugar, how many people buy, how many Nigerians eat bread. So, I mean, just think about all of that. Okay, and so once you apply that, you are already on the way to creating wealth. And so this is why we're so excited, because what we found, all these three components of the wealth creation formula. Okay, it's the oil and gas sector. For those who may not be aware, oil is the most traded commodity in the world today. It's the most traded commodity in the world today. On the third, so I started sharing this with people in June, and unfortunately, people could not see this for what it was. People, unfortunately, because of previous biases or whatever, we're looking at this with the wrong lens. This is oil and gas. I may need to say it 5 times for you to hear me. This is oil and perspective with the right lens. Somebody was telling me that he spoke with some auto guy, and he was telling him that the reason he would not partner with this or bring this to the market is because there's a referral component, because there's a network. Absolute nonsense. Look at it for what it is. This is oil and gas. It doesn't matter how it moves from manufacturer to the consumer, to the end consumer. This is oil and gas. We said it now 5 times so you will hear it. Let's look at what the numbers are in Nigeria as a case study. This is relevant all over the world. Like I said, crude oil is the most traded commodity globally. Nations go to war over oil. You are well aware of that. Okay, now in Nigeria, we are consuming 40 million liters of petrol daily. And so we're spending almost 700 billion every month. It used to be more than this. But after the fuel subsidy was removed, the numbers came down because there are less people who are using fuel now, right? So we're spending month. When you add the number of kerosene for cooking gas, we're talking about over 2 trillion that's being spent on a monthly basis. I didn't say yearly. I said monthly, over 2 trillion. Why? Why are we spending that much? Because people are not going to stay in darkness. Right now in my compound, there are 3 generators on. In my compound, mine is on and 2 neighbors have their generators on because we will not stay in darkness. Okay, so we're going to use it to power our homes. Businesses, in order to produce goods, because of the power situation in Nigeria, businesses must generate power. They're using petrol, they're using diesel in order to manufacture goods. If you are rendering services, your hospital, the lights need to stay on. Your barbering salon, you need the lights to stay on. Whatever it is you're doing, whether you're manufacturing goods or you're rendering services, you must generate your own power. The farmer is going to, food must move from the villages to the cities. So it's going to need a transportation medium. We've gone past the days of donkeys and camels and horses, and we are not going back there. So no matter what happens, there will always be a need for diesel. Okay, so this is why we're spending that much. And so the demand is huge. The demand for oil and gas is huge, but there's a problem. And the problem is that the money we're spending is going into the hands of a few people. It's only the big boys and girls that play in this space. This is because the capital outlay that's required to play in this market, most people don't have access to. We're talking about millions of dollars and billions of dollars. But this is the good news. With what we discovered, with what we found a solution to change. However, this time around, what's happening is that every person who spends money, so we already established that we are not happy to spend what we're spending on fuel. No. Most likely, every time I spend it is painful. You know, yesterday I bought fuel into a 30-liter keg for my generator. I was sad when I was spending it because the amount I spent would previously fill up my car. In fact, too much, 17,000 I would fill up my car. I mean, 13,000 would fill up my car. But now it was just my keg, right? But I must have lights, isn't it? So we're not happy spending it, but we have to spend it. However, we now have something that for every person spending money on fuel, we have something that can help them extend the usage of that fuel, to help them get more hours, to help them get that's on their generators, to help them travel further distances for the money they're spending on fuel. Tell me who doesn't need such a solution? So now you're positioned to earn every time people spend money on petrol, diesel, and cooking gas. So how exciting is that? Now, if all we did was we serviced only the PMS market, going by the numbers, this figure didn't just come out of nowhere. Going by the numbers of 40 million liters being consumed daily, if all we did was service all the petrol users, there's 42 billion monthly available to take. The question is, how much of it do you think you can take? How much of it do you have the heart to go for? This is just petrol. When you add diesel, kerosene, gas, we're talking about 100 billion available for grabs. Remember, over 2 trillion is being spent. So what we're even saying is nothing near what is being spent. So look at this with the right perspective. The product we're bringing to the market is Fill Factor X. It's an advanced field treatment made in the US. I like to emphasize it's made in the US because the US is a place where consumer protections are taken seriously. You probably know that. At the slightest provocation, people are ready to sue, right? As a matter of fact, in the US, there is a $1 million insurance claim for FFX. FFX damages your engine. So this is not something, and now it wasn't made in the US for Africa or made in the US for China. It was made in the US and for over 30 years has been used in the US, but it was previously only accessible to huge industrial operations and corporations in the mining, manufacturing, and construction sectors. Okay, now they were using FFX, or they have been using FFX as a preventive maintenance strategy. When you understand large-scale industrial operations, so for example, in manufacturing plant that's doing, maybe 20,000 units of something per day. Okay, you can even have some doing that per hour. Downtime is equal to millions of dollars in losses. So they are very intentional about preventive maintenance. And one of the things that FFX is particularly known for is to help your combustion engines to operate at optimal capacity, peak performance, minimizing breakdowns, preventing breakdowns, and that way minimizing downtime. So one of the benefits is also the fuel economy, which is what we're particularly excited about. But I'm saying it's primarily been used as a preventive maintenance strategy to keep their engines, their combustion engines working and keeping in top shape. So it's based on science. The two phases that you see on the screen pioneer the work in organometallic chemistry. It sounds like a big word. I didn't know about it until June when I started to look at this more closely. Okay. And you can Google their names, don't take my word for it. They won a Nobel Prize in 1973 for the work that they pioneered in organometallic chemistry. And this is the same chemistry that backs up FFX. Now, if you are an academic, you want to go through lots of documents, we have things that you can, feed yourself with. But for me, all I know is that when I put it in our generator in my house, my generator at home now does 21, 22 hours. Our generator at my office previously would do 9 hours. Now, the first time it went as high as 17 hours, 20 minutes. Now it does 15, 16, 17 hours. Okay, that's our generator at our company, at our office. And at this point, the testimonials are enormous. Only last Sunday, so my church event center, and so I decided to speak with the manager, and he was telling me that for our church service, we would use 150 liters for our church service normally, because their gen would do 50 liters per hour. It's a big generator, 220 kVA. It's a huge event center, all air conditioned and all that. So they would need 50 liters per hour. And so for church services, they would use 150 liters per hour. He told me that ever since they use 90 liters for church service. So he said it saved them 60 liters every service. So for those of you who are technical, you're academic, you can go through all the information there. But for me, I just know it works. I know it takes care of the engine, and so I'm happy to use and I'm happy to share. So there are 4 unique value propositions that FFX brings to every user. The first thing FFX will do for you that you need to know is that FFX will prolong your engine life and it will reduce wear on your engine. This is because there are a number of ingredients inside FFX that are specially designed to target different parts of your fuel system. So for example, FFX has lubricants that will keep your engines and metallic moving parts. And so the better oiled that they are, the less friction there will be. Friction is what brings about wear and tear and aging on your engine, right? So the better lubricated that engine is, the better and the longer that engine is going to last. FFX contains detergents, Okay, and these detergents are going to do a deep cleaning of the various parts of your fuel system, from your nozzles to your injectors, to your pistons, all the various parts of your fuel system. So as a result of incomplete combustion, our engines are exposed to carbon deposits, varnish, soot, and all these waste products as a result of the incomplete combustion. So when you start to use FFX, there is a deep cleaning process that goes on. Okay, and so the detergent and FFX are going to do that. And so apart from cleaning the injectors, cleaning all the various parts of your fuel system, getting rid of varnish. So varnish is the sticky thing that you find in your engine. FFX will prevent the further depositing of all of these carbon residues in your engine. And those carbon residues really result in your engine retaining more heat. And the more heat your engine retains over time, the weaker that engine will become. So if you have an engine that's not depositing all these things, that's an engine that's going to last longer than one that is. So that's just detergents. I mentioned lubricants, I've mentioned detergents. It also contains rust and corrosion inhibitors. To appreciate the generator fuel tank, you would find it begins to rust, it begins to corrode, right? This is because metal over time, due to oxidation, exposure to moisture and all that, it naturally will begin to rust. But all these corrosive particles will find its way into your fuel system. The result is you need to at one time change your carburetor, service or change it. This is going to contribute to maintenance cost, isn't it? It will cost you money to do. So and I've done the experiment myself. I had fuel that was treated with FFX, and I dropped a nail inside it, and I had another bottle of fuel that was without FFX, and I dropped a nail. Now I invite you to also try the experiment yourself and see what happens. What you will find is that the one with FFX will stay as it is compared to the one without FFX. The one without FFX will begin to rust. All right. So again, you are maintaining the integrity of your engine for a longer period of time because of this ingredient inside of FFX. It also contains polymerization retardant. Okay. What this is going to do is, especially for diesel users, people who use quantities and you have diesel in store, huge business operations, you'll find that diesel begins to congeal, right? So FFX will prevent this from happening. It contains stabilizers to keep your fuel stable because fuel begins to break down over time. It also contains what else? There's many components. It contains demulsifiers to separate water from your fuel. So there's many things here that make it a phenomenal product for your engine beyond fuel economy. I know that's why you came here, because everybody wants to save money. It's painful. It's mentally torturing when you are. It's like, why? And we have this fuel here in Nigeria because we cannot refine it. It's anyway. So it will actually increase your fuel economy, and this is made possible through what we call the organometallic compound. This is simply a catalyst. It works as a burn rate modifier. Okay, that ignites the fuel to burn at a lower temperature. You see, without this burn rate modifier, what typically happens is that fuel is ignited at a higher temperature, and so it's burning fast and also producing a lot of waste. With this burn rate modifier, it's igniting the fuel at a lower temperature, and so the fuel is burning for longer, and it's also burning more completely. So a greater percentage of fuel is generating power, as opposed to where some of the fuel is generating power and some of it is also going as waste. The exhaust, the carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, the carbon deposit, and all of that. Third benefit, it will reduce harmful emissions and pollutants, protecting the environment, but also still protecting your vehicle. My car was due for servicing on the 8th of August. Today is 2nd of September. My engine oil that I checked 2 days ago was still clean. Okay, confirmed by my mechanic, clean. Because you see, the more emissions that your car is producing, the more carbon particulate matter your car is producing, the faster your engine oil will go black. It will need an oil change because it will lose its viscosity, right? So the friction in that engine is compromised. You need to do an oil change. Otherwise, that engine, would gradually lose its swag, if I put it that way. So FFX will keep your engine oil fresh. That's one of the things you will notice in your journey, your whatever it is you're using. And so an engine that has the oil staying fresh for longer means, one, that engine will enjoy better lubrication for cheaper. Do you see that? Better lubrication for cheaper. You will need to call the mechanic, less often. And last but not the least, it improves vehicle performance and horsepower. You will notice in your car, the drive will be different. You will actually notice it. It is noticeable from the first time. The drive, when you step on the accelerator, the response is different because horsepower has been increased. Same with your bike. We had one Aboki from the north who shared a testimonial last week. He said, my keke, they climb up, they climb hill, like say I no carry passenger. Meaning, normally, if the keke was full, there probably would be some resistance, some drag when he was ascending uphill. But because of FFX, he noticed that the performance going uphill was a lot different. So people ask, is this like products that I find at the gas station, at the fuel station? Capital, no. It's not compared to any of the things you find at the gas station. All right. You would need to buy like 8, 9, 10 different products to put together to try to match what's in FFX. But our formula is proprietary. It's exclusive to My Daily Choice. So you don't have this anywhere on the market. There are people who sell tablets, but I've not seen any tablet that does, that delivers the same results. There are tablets that also work as catalysts. But FFX is more than just an additive. It's a comprehensive treatment. I've mentioned, different things that it does in your engine. If you were buying a fuel injector, for example, now I want to speak to the concentration of the product. If you're buying a fuel injector, which is just one thing, you will need to pour a whole bottle inside your fuel tank. 300 mils, sometimes 400 mils inside your fuel tank, emptying a whole bottle. What do you need with FFX? You need just 10 mils to treat your 100-liter tank, 10 mils to treat your 100-liter tank. So it's a very powerful, very concentrated product. And who is it for? It's for everyone who drives a combustion engine, car, motorcycle, boat, whatever, heavy duty equipment. It's for everyone who drives a vehicle or uses the generator. As long as it uses petrol or diesel or gas, it works for it. So how do you apply? Just pour directly into your car before adding the fuel. If you keep your fuel in storage for generators, you can also treat your storage kegs, drums, and all of that. Just make sure you're using the right dosage in administering the treatment. Okay, now in wrapping up on the product side of things, I like to emphasize to manage expectations that depending on the state of your vehicle, the amount of carbon buildup, the mileage on your car, users are going to experience varying results at first, while the cleaning process and the engine adjustments are ongoing. But ultimately, the results are always the same. They end up the same. So if you look at the 4 lines, the colored lines, you start, their trajectories are different, but they end up at the same place. So this is what different users are going to experience. Some users will see an immediate increase in their fuel economy on the treatment of their first tank. Okay, that's the blue line. Some people are going to see an initial increase, then it will drop, and then it will steadily continue to rise. Some will experience the green line where it looks as if nothing is happening the first 2 tanks, first 3 tanks, then it goes up. Some may even see their fuel, first of all, begin to finish faster. And they're like, what's going on? It's the adjustments and the cleaning that is going on. Okay, so with regard to the product, this is what the product is all about. And I'm sure that you are as I was. About
Fuel Factor X. This product is especially important to me because it's the product that led me into this industry. I've been using FFX for more than 15 years to save money on gas prices, drive further, and do my part to protect the planet. I've watched tens of thousands of people use this product in cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, generators, and construction equipment. People think today that the only way to save money on gas is to go buy an electric car. And really all you have to do is just burn your fuel more efficiently.
Chris Robinson here, just sharing with you today the benefits of Fuel Factor X. And I get asked all the time, Chris, what does it work in? It works in everything. So I figure there's no better way than just take you on a tour with me around southeast Idaho today as I fuel some of my construction equipment and farming equipment and things that I use in my daily life. So first, this is a 2020 Dodge. I'm actually just going to squeeze in a half an ounce. It's about a 40-gallon tank. That much right there is a half an ounce. I just dump it in. Set the bottle here. Grab my fuel nozzle. I'm going to jump on this side and get her started. Now, while that's filling up, I just want to point out this is a 2020 Dodge. It does have the diesel exhaust fluid. It will improve your fuel economy. With the DEF, it will reduce the amount of DEF because this product actually reduces your emissions by almost a third, therefore burning your fuel more efficiently, and your diesel regen system will run a lot less. Now this truck here is 2012. It does not have the diesel exhaust fluid. It's an older farm truck, and yes, it works in older trucks as well. This is a Gale RS 634-foot high-reach telehandler forklift. Yep, FFX works in it as well. Dump some in there. Fill her up. Now, one thing I want to point out, you can treat your bulk tanks. So if you have a farm with bulk tanks or even a tank on your truck like this, you can just treat your bulk tanks. We do sell bulk, so you can buy it by drums or you can buy it by little 4-ounce bottles or everything in between. So, again, works on everything, construction equipment, farming, everything. Stay tuned. I get asked a lot if it works in gas, diesel. It does. It works in gasoline. It's actually a 2019 Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Same thing, same treatment. Just dump it in, fill her up. Massey Ferguson rotary swather. Yep, works in it too. Even works in all the toys. Blair's Razor. This is a Kia Stinger sports car. It actually requires high octane fuel, but you don't have to buy the high octane anymore, so you can save 50 cents a gallon by dropping back down to 87. We also have these single dose packs. You just rip the top off, and squirt it in. Kubota track skid loader. Yep. So as we wrap up here, and I put it in my case tractor, I've been using this product for over 14 years, treated millions of gallons, millions of dollars worth of fuel, and saved hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now you have this information. Why would you ever pay full price for gas or diesel again?
You know what's been
I'm going to show you how you can save $10 right at the pump. Fuel Factor X. This Porsche requires premium. You can see the gas cap there. It says 93, recommended 93.
Yep.
So you take a look at the difference between regular and premium is about 70 cents more. Times 20 gallons to fill it, 20 gallon tank. So that's $14 to go from regular to premium.
Yeah.
This right here, 1/4 ounce cost me $4. So I'm putting $10 back in my pocket.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Put it first.
So I put a little bit in that cover there. Ready? Regular fuel in a Porsche. Regular. And this will help push some of that out of the gang. It's really happening. I'm putting regular fuel in a Porsche. So,
Like a premium.
so in the owner's manual, on a lot of performance vehicles, in the owner's manual, it talks about we recommend using a fuel additive.
Okay, so you just saw the very first video was Eresvani. That's our business partner's car, Josh Zwiggle in the US, and he bought that car for 500,000 US dollars, and you saw him pour FFX into a vehicle that he bought for 500,000 US dollars. The other video, you saw somebody using FFX inside of a heavy duty equipment, right? So if somebody is using FFX in a forklift, in a tractor, and what have you, I'm not sure that there should be any worry. You know, I mean, the concern is valid, but it may not be based on any real information. Okay, now the last one I'm going to play, I'm going to play one more video for you guys to see. This one came from an older friend of mine in Abuja. I'll just skip to the middle of it so that we can. Okay, maybe I'll just play the whole thing. What's been your experience with this product, and why did you decide to take advantage of this opportunity? Thank you.
Okay, I now drive a BMW X5 with a V8 engine, so I'm a typical example of the kind of person that wants to use it. So the first time I used it, I didn't really see much of a result, and I'm like, wait, is this not the product? But I didn't say anything because I am aware of the type of reactions, the various type of reactions you will see. But by the second usage, I was getting 70 kilometers more. I normally get between 400 and 450 kilometers from a 100-liter tank. Yes, a 100-liter tank. This time around, I got 520, which was brilliant. But today, this very today, I actually know this because I detailed this. I did 49 kilometers in movement today, a total of 49.5 actually. 49.5 kilometers today. And I used only 6 liters. That is half my normal fuel consumption. I used only 6 liters. Let's say 50 kilometers. And let's say 10 liters safe. Let's say 10 liters. Let's say 50 kilometers. Because it's a V8 BMW. Okay. I have a massive engine and it roars. So I wasn't feathering the throttle, okay? I was driving like I normally would. The exact calculation was 5.9 liters. I am still in shock. Wow. I'm still in shock. So when you called me, I'm like, do you know something? Is it that you have been told? I am excited. Wow. I am excited.
I'm recording this video to show you the difference between the old, average, and the instant. I have dug into the brain box right now. This is instant consumption, 13.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Without taking off the video, I'm showing you the average that it's been running before. 21 liters per 100 kilometers has been the consumption average. This is the average short-term consumption. This is average long-term consumption. Consumption 2, long-term. Consumption 1, average short-term. When I come back to inside the computer, it gives exact for instant the current consumption. That
Okay. So what you just saw there was somebody showing the information from the brain box, from inside of the brain box. So with regard to the product, the product is not on trial. We have gone past the phase of trying to convince people. No, 3 months is more than enough time, to get enough results. So we've been pre-launching more or less. We've just been testing the markets, but now we are about to start business. We are just about to start business. During this pre-launch phase, over the last 90 days, we're able to do almost ₦1 billion in sales, almost 1 billion. But we're just testing the market, like I said. Now we are about to start business. I showed you at the beginning the market potential is, if we are capturing just petrol market, we're talking about 42 billion per month. If we get every petrol user to know about this solution, right? So for those of you who are here and you have a business mind, this is where I want you to pay attention, because I want to show you what the potential is, what you can stand to benefit. Okay. In terms of price, the sachet cost, well, it's now sold for 7,000. The bottle costs 75,000. But you can actually buy it cheaper. You don't have to buy it for 7,000. Once you create your own account, you have the option of choosing either an affiliate account or a customer account. Customers get it wholesale, but they don't make any money. Affiliates also get it for wholesale, but they can make money if they share this with other people. So you may want to just screenshot this page. These are the prices for the product, okay? So that you know which one you want to choose once you want to place your order. So just screenshot this. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that, and I continue to move. All right. So, like I said, 2 ways to join, either as an affiliate or as a customer. So, if you are here because of the money, I'm guessing if you are still on the call, it's because you want to see the money. So, if you want to see the money, I want you to get into the chat, and I want you to call money in your language. Call money in your language, whether you are Ibibio, Efik, Yoruba, Hausa. I want you to write. If you want me to show you the money, I want you to, in fact, this statement, where is the money? Write it in your language. Where is the money? Write it in your language. Where is the money? Write it in your language. So I will now show you. I will show you. But if you can easily put 2 and 2 together, you can already understand. Oda. Correct. Aha. Getting exciting. Yeah, so I can't even try and start saying all this ones. Okay, do it, go. Correct. Now, so let's go. Let me now show you the money. The first thing you need to do is just to be thanking God that you are hearing about this information now. Because in business, timing can make all the difference. You see, there's nothing that can stop an idea whose time has come. In 2020, Zoom, that had been in existence since year 2012, Zoom, this Zoom that you are using to hear me now, in 2020, because of COVID, Zoom became $1 billion company. Since 2012, they became $1 billion company because of an idea whose time came. Subsidy was removed. It's a challenge, but this technology is the solution to that. Would you rather be among the pioneers? Because right now we are just about to cross from the innovator stage to the early adopters. Okay, in terms of market adoption, we're still at the innovator phase. How many people know about this? So we're still at the 2.5%. But we will soon get into the point of early adoption. By this time next year, it will be strange for anybody to be buying fuel and they are not, first of all, using a fuel treatment. People will look at them like, I hope there's no problem. You don't know that there's something that can make your fuel to last and also help your engine at the same time. Oh, you haven't heard? Have you been living under a rock? So just the way cell phone technology has penetrated the market. But this will penetrate much faster because this is a severe pain point. It affects people's livelihoods. So this will spread much faster. Would you rather join us now when we just have done, how much have we done? We've done just about $1 billion in sales, over the last 90 days. Or would you join us later when we're already doing 30 billion on a monthly basis? You decide. It's up to you. But for us, we are very grateful. We are very grateful to be positioned at the time that we saw it. People are still going to join in December and it will still be a good business for them. But you joined in September, oh my God, by December, your life would have changed. Your life won't be the same. In 90 days of pre-launching this, lives are already being changed. And you have a reason to change your financial story. And I'm not saying that you are broke. Not everybody is broke. But there's different levels when it comes to your finances. Some people are destitute. They are likely not on this call because they can't afford data, right? But a lot of people are at the level of survival, financial survival, where there's just enough to pay the bills, pay the rent. You can meet most of your needs, but barely your wants. If there was an emergency, for example, there may be crisis. Something happened, to someone around me, an elderly person was rushed to hospital because he passed out. And thank God he was revived and all that. But eventually, what happened was that he was going to need a certain scan to be done, okay, a certain test, okay, a coronary angiogram, right? And the family member in the UK called me and said, since Daddy is okay now, do we actually still need to do this test? Because the test cost 3 million naira. 3 million naira. He said, do we actually need to do this test? And I was immediately filled with compassion. But these kinds of things happen where money cheats people, money robs people of even life. So if you are at a point where you cannot say for sure that you can sponsor your child to any university of your choice, if the choice of your kid's education will be based on money, then you need to do better financially, because you are not yet at a point of financial freedom. Right now, from financial survival, we move to financial security, where we can, you have money to meet your needs, your wants, and you have money put aside for any emergency. But freedom is the place where you have already positioned even your children's children. You've taken care of your grandchildren. If you're not yet there, then why would you overlook an opportunity such as this? I don't know. But that's really up to you to decide. That's up to you to decide. But for those of you who want to get on board, you create your affiliate account. You do that free of charge. You don't pay to create the account, but you are immediately opened to 3 powerful earning models. The first is retailing. So as an affiliate, you get access to the products at wholesale. I mentioned that before. And so since you're buying wholesale, you can decide to retail. And many people are making anywhere from 500,000 to up to 2 million retailing the product. If you even have bigger distribution channels, you can make a whole lot. But there's a limitation to retailing. Retailing has to be an ongoing thing. You have to keep on doing it in order to make the same money. So this month you made 2 million naira from sales, praise God. But next month you need to do it again and do it again. If you are running ads, some people are running ads. If you ran ads last month, you made X amount, you need to run ads again. So it's a continuous process. That's retailing. So that's active income. The next model, connecting customers, is where you now begin to work smart. Because every affiliate has an ID, okay, and they have a link. So let me give you an example. So my dad's friend, I mentioned he came to buy fuels. I mentioned at the beginning, right? He came to buy 2 sachets from me yesterday. And then he told me that his next purchase will be a bottle. Okay, so he's bought from me twice. So I told him that instead of me selling to him at the retail price, I would create a customer account for him. He's a pastor. He's not really wanting to do business, so he will open a customer account, right? And so subsequently, he won't need to buy from me. He will place his order directly from Lagos. They'll send it to him. But because he created an account using my link, every time he buys the product, I will get paid a commission. So you see, you do the work in locating the customers. And where are the customers? They're everywhere. Right from where you are, your church, your mosque, your school, your place of work, your old boys association, they are everywhere around you. So everyone who creates an account using your link, you have just secured a passive income stream. Because now they can buy directly from the company at wholesale, but you'll get a commission. You'll get somewhere around 22%. of whatever dollar amounts that they buy. So for example, the person that we like to call Elder, because he's in his 70s, he's retired. He was the one who was able to get Covenant University and Landmark. In fact, it's like he has secured all that territory, because somebody was telling me, one of my friends who attends Winners was saying that she went to a fuel station there, and they said, Elder don't colonize this place. Man is in his 70s, has retired. He comes every day, every Tuesdays. He comes for the for the office presentation on Tuesdays at the Ketchfish. Very excited, man. I mean, if you were the one, wouldn't you be excited? Every time Covenant Landmark, every time they place an order, they buy in gallons. They don't buy bottles. They buy the gallon. You can buy 12 gallons, 15 gallons. Whenever they make a purchase, he makes upward 2 million upward. All right. So imagine now that's somebody in his 70s. If you're in your 50s, what excuse do you have to overlook such an opportunity? If you're in your 40s, what excuse do you have? If you're in your 30s, anyway, I won't say more than that. So connecting customers is a more powerful model, because it allows you to now create passive income. You do the work in getting the customers, but subsequently, every time they purchase, you get paid for that passively. But there's something even more powerful, which is team building. And the limitation to connecting customers is it's again still dependent on your effort. And you have a limitation as a human being. One, you cannot be in more than 2 places per time. 2, you have a limited amount of time. You have only 24 hours in a day. However, if you decided to share this opportunity with other people in other locations, because there are businesses everywhere, isn't it? So you are in Lagos, but you have somebody in Jos, you have somebody in Katsina, in Kano. Oh, Kano people, I call you forth. Kano people, they have thousands of bikes and kekes. I remember when I did my NYSC there, I've been having Kano on my mind. So I can't be in Kano, right? But if I show this opportunity, I'm going to call somebody in Kano tonight. If I show this opportunity to somebody in Kano and let them know there's a product that can do this, and if you let people know about it, you can make this amount of money. That's why we're having this Zoom tonight, so that we can extend the opportunity to others, because the market is too big. It's oil and gas. It's too big. You can't take 5% of your state, of your city. So it just makes sense to collaborate with other business-minded people, empower them to also take market share, create an additional income for themselves. Whoever is most effective in building a team, because this is where leadership will come in, is going to, as people are making their money, you're also going to be enjoying some benefits for doing that. So J. Paul Getty said, I'd rather earn 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. Another way to put this is to say it's better to get 10% of 10 million naira, of 10 billion. 10% of 10 billion is 1 billion. It's better to have 10% of 10 billion than to have 100% of 10 million. Okay? It's just about being smart. So all it takes is for you to is exposures. So remember the wealth creation formula: value, volume, frequency. We've identified a solution. We want to build volume, right? How do you build volume? It's just simply by exposures. If you reach out to 4 people every day, and everyone can humanly reach out to 4 people every day. If you reach out to 4 people daily, monthly you would have reached out to 20 people. Weekly, 20 people would have heard about this opportunity, this product. Monthly, 80. Okay, if you're just doing 4 people a day. So you're a busy accountant, you wake up by 4 a.m. because you need to get to island. Okay, let's say you live on Lagos mainland and you need to get to the island. So you leave house at 4 a.m. to get to work, right? You can always take your break to reach out to people. So everybody can humanly expose 4 people daily. If you are doing 4 daily, you'll be doing 80 monthly, assuming that you only do Monday to Friday. If at the end of the month, at a 5% conversion, you have 4 people who have joined your business. If they buy an executive pack, you're earning $36 in 4 places. That's 144. But why would you? For that, now this is if you are busy and you're not doing it full time. I got 16 people signed up in my first 2 weeks because I'm running with this opportunity. I'm running because for me, I see the opportunity of a lifetime. So I want to run as hard as I can. I won't make any excuses, right? But if you have a full-time job, this is humanly possible for you to do. And month 1, you have your first 4, but you can even do this in in 2 weeks or 1 week, because I mean 4. Why stop at 4 if you can do 8, if you can do 10, if you can do 20, right? But if you just follow this and everybody just doing 4, 4, 4, okay, by month 2 you have 4 people plus yourself 5. Now 20 people are seeing it daily, 100 weekly, 400 monthly. So 400 hear about your business. Again, with a low conversion ratio of 5%, you now have 20 people who have joined your business. You are now a team. You are now a business of 25, yourself plus 24. Now, everybody saddled with the responsibility of just sharing with 4. 25 people reaching out to 4 people daily is now 100. 100 daily, 500 monthly, 500 weekly, 2,000 monthly. You now have 100 recruits in that month. By your month 4, repeat the process is 500. Month 5, repeat the process is 2,000. By the time you've done this, you'll be on what we call the 100K rank here. So I'm going to quickly show you what that looks like and the kind of money you'll be making. So you have 2 options. Either once you create your affiliate account, you buy either an affiliate, you buy either a builder pack or the executive. But just forget about the builder pack, because you are going to be earning less for the same effort, for the same work. For example, look at the customer acquisition, right? Say you brought a customer on board who now starts to buy. Let's assume that they just buy a builder pack, 36 sachets, or 1 bottle, 20 sachets. That's the builder pack. Let's say they buy that. If you are on the builder package yourself, they will pay you at the rate of 30%, but the executive will earn at the rate of 50% for the customer acquisition bonus. Now, look at the jumpstart bonus. The jumpstart bonus is the referral commission they pay when you introduce other businesses, other business partners, right? Builders will only earn on 1 level, those that they personally refer. Executives will earn on 4 levels. So look at the dollar terms. If a builder introduces an executive, he will earn $21, when the executive will earn $36 for the same work. Same work, right? But for the builder, that's where it ends. For the executive, if the person he introduces another person, he will be paid $7.2. If that one also introduces, he will be paid $5.7. If he introduces, he will be paid $3.6. Now, don't look at the small figure, because the deeper it gets, the more people you find as you begin to descend lower into the system. The people begin to increase in number. Okay, so it's very powerful. Trust me, it is very. There are people here. I was talking with somebody one day, and I looked into her back office and I saw that in a week she was going to make almost $500. I said, madam, you did cash out, oh, you're just making money silently. So it's a powerful way to earn. Now, next is what we call the rank bonus. So that's the referral bonuses. We have what we call the rank bonuses. And the way this works is every purchase that happens under you within your organization, every purchase carries volume. If somebody buys a bottle, it's 40 points. 16 sachets, 40 points. 1 bottle, 20 sachets, 90 points. 1 gallon, 400 points. Do you see that? So as people begin to make all these orders, the points will be added up. So in a calendar month, once you have 1,000 cumulative volume, you'll be on the 1K rank and you get a $100 bonus. Once it adds up to 5,000, you're on 5K. You get $500 bonus, one-time payout. If it gets to 10K, you're on 1,000. You get a $1,000 bonus. All the way to master, where you get $500,000 paid out as a bonus. It's not theoretical. It's real. It's live. I've tasted it. Do you understand? I did 10K in my first 3 weeks, and so I was paid 100, 500, and 1,000. Just this past month, we have 4 of our guys here who also have hit 10K. Mr. Edwin did 5K and 10K in the same month. So Mr. Collins did 5K last month, 10K, the following month. So it's not theoretical. It's transparent. Everybody has a back office, right? As things are happening and your commission is entry, you can go to commission calculator. You'll see how much you're meant to earn. So there's no sakamandi, there's no magu, there's no abracadabra. It's not the more you look, the less you see. As it's happening, you are seeing what you are meant to earn. No stories. No stories. Do you understand? No stories. It's your money. It's dollars. It's your money. So that's for hitting a rank when your volume, begins to add up. But next, when you maintain a particular rank, that's because of the purchases, you are now paid like a monthly salary. So for maintaining 1K, they pay you $50 salary. For maintaining 5K, they pay you $150. All the way to master, you $100 monthly salary. It's not story. My team leader in the US, Robert Hollis, is on super affiliate. He's a super affiliate. Yeah, so it's not story. You actually paid this money. It's not up for debate. The customer mastery bonus, another very powerful one. It pays you for all the customer orders So you know that there are two kinds of people. There are customers who are just buying because they want wholesale. There are affiliates who are buying because they want to make money. The customer orders, they will count those ones again separately. Even though they've already paid you other things for customers buying, they will count it separately. If it adds up to 5,000 volume, they'll give you $250. If it adds up to $1 million, they'll give you $20,000. So look at that, from $250 to $20,000 from just this bonus alone. Is it not powerful? Now I'm wrapping up here with the compensation. This is the most powerful way that we get paid here, and I want you to pay attention. Pay attention. This is the most powerful way we get paid. This is called the binary. Binary means two. Binary means two. Now, I want to also emphasize that this is optional. If you don't want to build a team and you just want to do the customer thing, just use, say you are a pastor, but you know other pastors, you can just use your link and just network with other pastors. Let them create their account and be buying directly. You don't have to. You see this Zoom call we're doing is not necessary for you. You can just. But if you want to do a business, thankfully, there are many leaders here who are committed to helping you grow your business. We've created corporate proposals. We've done flyers, designed flyers, different tools, YouTube channels, we're doing this meeting. This is the third Zoom call today. So there are some of us who are expending ourselves in service of our teams because we know that the more effective our teams are in growing, the more money we can also make. But it's optional. You don't have to grow a team. You can just be doing let's just get customers and let them just be buying and you retire. But for some of us, the reason we do this is because we want to grow, we want to make $1 million from this because it's oil and gas. So why make $10,000 when you can make $1 million? That's how some of us are thinking. But everybody determines the level they want to engage. Some people have a problem that there's a referral system. When every business, every organization works through referrals, but some people have a problem with it. Well, if that's you, well done. So this is the most powerful way that you get paid, right? It's the binary. And just watch what happens here. Everyone has two sides. The moment you introduce one person, he has to go on either your left or on your right. So if this person introduced you, he has only one or two options, either left or right, to place you. Now, you're already there. You're yet to introduce anyone, but he has more people to introduce. Guess what? You will have to place them either under you or under the next person. If he has more, they have to go under somebody already in the system. Everybody comes under somebody in the system, but this is the beautiful part. Every purchase that all these guys in black are doing under you, you didn't bring them, it's your upline who brought them. All their purchases will count for you and you will get paid on them in the binary. So at the end of the month, what happens is your two legs, the system is going to take a snapshot of your body. At the end of the month, will pay you 10% on the lesser leg if you're a builder, 15% on the lesser leg if you're an executive, 20% if you're a master affiliate. But this is where you need to pay attention. If you delay and say, let me go and think about this, let me go and whatever. Now, remember to create your account. It's free. You create your account free. And that gives you a position in the system. If you delay, what will happen is people that should have contributed to your own income, you will be the one that will contribute to their own income because you simply delayed. So it's really up to you. But this binary is the most powerful way that we get paid. We have people, so the top earner in this company makes over $1 million from this binary commission. The next is what we call the leadership check match. Here, you are rewarded for helping your leaders make money in the binary. So this is you at the top now. Anybody that you, anyone that you introduce will be placed directly under you like this. And if the system is paying them $1,000 in binary commission, you earn 30% on everyone on your front line. And there's no limit to how many you can have on your front line. So if they are paying this guy 1,000, they'll be paying you 300 at the same time. If they are paying this one 1,000, 300. So it's a check match. They pay them 1,000, they pay you 30%. On the second level, as they're paying them 1,000, they're paying you 200 on all of them. If they're earning 1,000, I'm just using that as an example. On the third level, it's 10%, and it keeps going. It goes 15 levels deep. 5%, from the fourth level to the 15th level. This and the binary commission are the most powerful ways that we earn here. And last but not the least is what we call the global pool bonus, which is valued at between $45 to $55. And this pays you one share for every set of 4 that you enroll in a month who buy a builder pack and above, right? So if you enroll 4, that's 1 share. If you enroll 8, it's 2 shares. If you enroll 12, it's 3 shares, and each share is valued between $45 to $55. So there's no limit to how many shares that you can earn. So the month is fresh. The month is fresh. My suggestion, my recommendation is get on board and go 10K. 1K is good, 5K is good, but 10K is better. Oh, 25K is even sweeter. 50K is amazing, but we're going to master. But your first month, what we want to do is over the next 90 days, okay, our goal is to help at least 100 to 200 people get to the point of where they are earning a 7-figure income over the next 90 days. So if you would like to create an additional 7 figures in income, get back to whoever sent you here, share your get them to send you their link and create your account, and let's begin your orientation. Let's begin to work with you. The first thing you need to do is the WhatsApp strategy. That's the first thing. Ask them for the WhatsApp strategy. This Zoom call holds every night. So 8 p.m. you also have the opportunity to introduce people here. We have a lot of tools. We have a lot of things to help you do easy exposure so that you don't have to do the talking by yourself. Okay, so don't talk, don't start telling, don't explain, just let them come here to hear the full information by themselves. Okay, or send them a recording, or invite them to a WhatsApp group, and you have a leader come and present for you, right? So there are many ways that you can go about this, and we are here to help you, to help you get started and get you to a fast start. But at the end of the day, you are the one that's going to make the choice. Is creating an additional income stream a priority to you right now? Is this something that you believe you should do? Will your future self be proud of you if you decide to do? If you decide to do that, the choice is really up to you. At the end of the day, you may be born looking like your parents, but you die looking like the choices that you make. Okay, you die looking like your choices. So at this point, we've really come to the end of the presentation. I'm going to allow for very quickly. I'm going to quickly allow for two of our leaders, to just drop a thought or two. Oh, great! We have Mr. Jagun on the call, sir. I don't know if you are at a point where you can speak. He was the one that shared that testimonial of his BMW Xi. The data from his brain box. So are you in a place where you can speak? And are you able to just share with us in a quick minute, what did you see when you saw this opportunity, when you heard that this was in Nigeria? Why did you choose to partner with this, this project?
Excellent evening, sir.
Yes,
and
sir.
excellent evening, everyone. Well, I first heard about this opportunity in 2015. And of course, at that time, I was one of those who was skeptical about, referral opportunities, direct sales, or whatever you want to call it. And so the person who introduced, long and short is, I was doing the person who introduced me a favor by buying the product. So I just bought the product, and because I had bought it, I used it, and boom, it was fantastic. Yes, I saw savings in distance, but fuel was cheap. It was too much stress to go through, pour something in the tank before doing that, before buying fuel. Then the thing disappeared from our market. Now, when it came back, when the cost of my full tank is 60,000 naira, I think it makes sense to do that stress. So bottom line is this: I got involved, and I decided to start, to see exactly what I will find with my own car. And boy, was I impressed. I mean, I would say between 40 and 50% is what I'm getting in terms of savings. Now, this may not be typical with everybody because I've had some tuning things done on my car. So, but I know that I've not seen anybody, I've not met anybody who has gotten less than 25% in savings. I mean, and 25% in savings is a lot. I see this as an opportunity that anyone can build from. Let me put it this way. I have 4 businesses. what my 4 businesses pay me together collectively in 4 months. This presenter who just spoke to you surpassed that. He has surpassed that already. Meaning that in 3 months from now, because I took it very lightly. In 3 months from now, I'm going to be able to earn much more than my 4 companies can pay me collectively from just this one opportunity. So anybody here who is thinking, do I have money to start? You don't need money to start. You only need to think, to strategize, and to contact the people that introduced you and ask for how to go about it. That's all you need. Because the truth is, if you have a smartphone and you have, even if it's 10 people on your contact list, 10 on your contact list, you can earn the first $36. What that also implies is that if you have 100 people on your contact list, it can be $360. Can be. Thank you very much, Coach Josh. It's been an amazing opportunity. Amazing opportunity. Please, we need to run with everybody. It is time for this industry. Look at it this way. Nigeria right now, one country has surpassed the EU, the entire EU in this opportunity, in the business of this opportunity. No, now. Thank you very much, sir. Have a blessed evening.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Looking for that post that Jana Zwagil did, about Nigeria passing the EU. She herself is in shock. But, like I said, we're only just getting warmed up. This is a product for now. This is a product for now. I wish I could show you guys some things, but it's too early to do that. But just get started. Get started. Take your position. Create your account immediately. Don't even delay on that one. It's free to create your account. Don't forget. So just do that one immediately. Okay, create the account immediately. And then the next step is, how do I make payment? So whoever invited you is I hope you've taken a screenshot of the prices for the product. Let me just quickly go back there so that you take a screenshot. Okay, take a screenshot for the prices of the product so that you can you know how much you are paying. Yeah, so here it is. So just take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of that. All right, take a screenshot of that so that you can know exactly how much it is you need to pay. So thank you everyone for being on the call. Tomorrow is going to be another day. We'll have another call by 8 p.m. again tomorrow night. You would do well to be on that call, but don't be on the call alone. Don't be on the call alone. Think of the 5 people closest to you that if you found something good, you want them to also be a part of this. That's what I did when I started. I started with my immediate, network of people. Okay, if I found a good opportunity, who would I share this with? So that's what you need to also do as well. And then we look forward to celebrating your success as well. Thank you everyone for being on the call with us tonight. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful night rest. Bye-bye.